Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. To my portal of ascension, the consciousness expansion, where we are navigating through all these, very interesting energies and events that they are transpiring in the geopolitical realm, and that's why understanding the agenda of those negative aliens and doing the inner work, yoga or meditation, right? I have the 12D shielding, the protocol, the 12D protocol for ascension, including the 12D shielding, how it is extremely important, for star seeds, for us who came here on a specific mission, right, to help with the transition to the next octave, harmonic universe number 2. And we're dealing with those negative aliens or the black magicians in DARPA, right, the controlling groups. That's the Black Sun with the Black Sun operation, Black Ops, right, and this Belial group, which is the fallen angelics, Pleiadian. Those are the rogue Pleiadians, okay, just to kind of bring peace on earth. And we're helping with the rehabilitation protocol. We're building a platform for them where they can rehabilitate those who ended up again serving the agenda of those negative aliens, and whether here in on this planet Earth or those are colonies here, planet colonies in the solar system. Like, this is very complex, guys. This is cosmic galactic, okay? And the thing is, what I want to say, Happy New Year, of course, 2025. And of course the energies are here for the transition, for the transformation, for the conversion, right? We have the harmonic convergence since 1987, and then we have these beautiful cosmic energies or galactic energies 2008. And now, the 2020, there was the 2024, I felt the victory of the light, because, 2000, right, that was like the Ascension Timeline, or 2012, that was the end of the Mayan calendar. And now, another 12 years, 2024, and now we are entering kind of the new zone, those who were doing the inner work, transformation work, because we've been dealing with all kinds of interesting military operations, psyops, the men in black, right, the invisible kind of forces with their highly advanced technology. Now you see the directed energy weapons, scalar weapons, and so on, abusing the angelic divine luminous rays, right, including children, like the negative aliens or the elite, the high echelon. They need our DNA, they need our blood, they need our organs, right, for the black market, the whole octopus kind of chimera group or CCP, DARPA China, right here, hand in hand with the US corporation, DC, Washington area military here, with the underground military bases, and the whole kind of Vatican and London, right, the unholy trinity with the Swiss banking cartel, the octagon group. So yeah, that's the octopus. Those are the tentacles. Yeah, and Vatican, the black pope there, okay, that's actually, those are Black Sun operations. Those are actually the Jesuits. They were infiltrated from those highest places in that general kind of military sector, okay, and just wreaking havoc all across the globe, this the galaxy. So we've been dealing with galactic wars here for a long time, for millions of years. And now things are transpiring and things are kind of coming to the end, and there is going to be, of course, shift in consciousness, huge big awakening, at the same time bifurcation or trifurcation, like whether the star seeds, we're working with guardians, right? There's a guardian intervention for all that, to finally bring peace on earth for people of goodwill, for the angelic divine luminous race, right? So they can finally reconnect with their true essence, remember who they truly are, and start co-creating this new earth. And we are providing the space, the hologram coming from those extremely high dimensions, where the volunteer souls, the template, right, of that golden apple has been already provided. You can see it on Ascension Glossary, and Lisa Renee, her ascension material, that's the energetic synthesis Hieros Gamos, because the angelic divine luminous rays, the human body, the way it was designed with total perfection, right, we're like the universal library. We were designed to have a soulmate, or we were designed to have a twin flame, right, with twins, right, that's how we were designed. And how they were disrupting our entire, structure, family unit, the kind of misery economy system, right? In the education, nothing about indoctrination, the religion, again, nothing but MK Ultra, all this mind control everywhere going on, even science, entertainment industry, right, academia, what is it, the press, mainstream media, and so on. And I deal with the military sector here. We are mainly focusing, right, on the corruption in the military, the entire recruitments, and those are the Black Sun operations, including the Belial Suns as well. So the Black Sun, those are more like a Draco, Draco Federation with a Nazi Gestapo faction, including also the fallen angelics, the Belial Sun, the fallen Pleiadians here, and that's my bloodline, that's my family. Yeah, DARPA, the Black Magicians, this is what I represent, and we are bringing everything right side up, right, with the ground crew, the Ashtar Galactic Command, the Andromeda, right, they're a Crystal Star family, they're hosting this ascension, and I have consciousness with the Solar Rishi, they're my spiritual family. So Satya Sai Baba, Mahatavar Babaji, Shri Yukteswar, Padma Sambhava, and even I have connection to Zoroastrianism, and also to the planet Saturn that has been infiltrated as well by the Orion group, the Black Suns, right, with their satellites and all this blood sacrifice that we've been experiencing, especially what was done to children or teenagers or those who join military or those who want to be famous, right, the entertainment industry. All these Bohemian Grove, all these blood sacrifice, all these demonic rituals, demonic Kabbalah, right? The Sephirah turning upside down, and they were doing all these 10D overlays over us, the draconian measurements, 10D. So we are restructuring all that, and I represent both the Draco and the fallen, the Anunnaki, the hybrid Anunnaki, the Pleiadian kind of Nazi faction. It's in my bloodlines, in my DNA, is in my background. This is my karma, 888. I have like triple karma, cosmic galactic karma. So that's why we're designing the 5D, the 5D protocol with the 12. That's the ascension for 12D, 12 dimension. For me, that's why healing, going back to God, going back to source, going back to all that is very important. Of course, I have children. I also sign contracts with the Zetas as well to do all this restoration for this healing and the positive hybridization, because there have been negative treaties among U.S. Congress and the Zetas and all these abductions, right? But the Zetas, they were under the Orion group, the Seeker Empire, right? And then they were involved in these underground military bases with unethical experiments on humanity, MK Ultra Monarch, MK Ultra Montag, and Mockingbird, right, especially for the MSM, mainstream media, and so on, because it's all ruled by CIA under the umbrella of DARPA, right, the high echelon, the controlling group that actually they're carrying the agenda, because they have the DNA of the Tricor of the Anunnaki, and I represent the bloodline, right, the Illuminati. They are carrying the agenda of those negative aliens to destroy the angelic divine luminous race through genocide, all these eugenics, through all these bioweapons, they have psychotronic weapons and so on. So guys, this is complex, right? I guess this is galactic, but we have to do it here on Earth, because they've been using us, humanity, and even planet's resources, right, for their Armageddon agenda. They were executing the Nazism 4.0. So here we are stopping all that, bring everything into divine justice, right? Cosmic trials, justice will be served, and it is what it is. And again, if you see, yanakalai.com, I have all these PDF files, and somehow I have to just kind of, teach all that. I'm teaching all that. It's very complex. It's multidimensional. Again, it's not for everybody. But we have to balance these energies, and even the Pleiadians from the 7 Star Sisters, right? We're balancing the energies, of those Pleiadians from the Aldebaran system, right? From also Sirius B, who were involved in those black occult, right? The Black Magician, Aleister Crowley, Adolf Hitler, Himmler. This whole SS kind of NSA here, right? With the Nazi party. So we are balancing these energies, right, and bringing everything right into peace and harmony through the project, so they've been telling me, work on the project since 2015. That was from Andromeda, that was the crystal star family, the aurora races, the 7 higher heavens, as we're here in the 7 lower heavens that has been in reverse, in inverted, right, through the 7D, that's your planetary logos, and so on, because of the satellites on Saturn, that's 7D, right? And I represent that lineage, that bloodline. I represent it here on a physical form, and of course in the interstellar also level, and planetary, interstellar, and galactic as well. So the cosmic rishis, like, we're helping us, we're here, right? Like I said, the intervention from the guardians, the emerald order, we're establishing the divine order, the cosmic order here, to finally make peace with everything, and just kind of inform whether the cabal, the black magicians, those in DARPA, higher echelon, the Anunnaki, the Nazi, and so on, that there is a project for them to heal, to restore their consciousness. Those who are choosing and who are choosing to correct these things, who are accepting, because we're implementing the Galactic Codex here, right? So looking at the consequences of their actions is extremely very important, and choosing love and peace and compassion, and just being the witness, everything that that happened, and so on, and start doing all these corrections is extremely important. Everything has to be rectified. Everything has to be brought back to source, and that's through energetic synthesis. Here is gamos, right, and crystal ages. So because, like I said, we've been weaponized. Those guys who joined the Black Ops, who joined MC, who had Nazi DNA, they received the Nazi Neuralink. They were electrocuted. They were raped, right? So they were running these reversals, the red wave frequency, the black cube, and violence, lots of violence, abuse, torture, rape. Those guys, so-called initiation with the Nazi kind of eagle rising, so the dark occult, right? We are arresting these energies, right? And through inner alchemy, we're transforming it. That's what the healing project, right, from the Ashtar Galactic Command to to DARPA, the super soldiers are supposed, my body, right, it's hybrid, kind of reptoid, all kinds of chips, holograms, computers. They put computers into, right? So when you watch Star Wars, Star Trek, guys, this is nothing new, right? We've been dealing with these kind of interesting factions since the beginning of time. So time to pretty much remember who we truly are, and resurrect our true divine original blueprint, even the color blue, right? Those who understand the power of the blue flame, and those who also come from the Melchizedek order, and also the divine mother, right, the emerald order, right, and the manifestation, the blue ray, that's the ray of manifestation, right? Very important to work with these kind of energies and understand the information on a cosmic level, galactic level, again, where the star seeds and the indigo warriors here, and bring peace and justice into this planet, and helping my soul group in their electrostatic bodies, right? Helping them to, at least with partial ascension, and make peace with everything that happened through all this torture, and they were abused and violated, and they were forced to execute the agenda of those negative aliens, because some of them are Rosicrucians, highly deviant souls. They're of the Melchizedek order. They're Magi Grail, from Magi Grail lineages. They're also lineages of Solar Christ, Archangel Michael, and they were brutally abused. And of course, those who were Druids, or that kind of Celtic lineages, they were the most beaten down and abused, violated in a military, right? So whether it's by DARPA, we're doing DARPA, whether it's receiving the CCP Jabs, right, from China, and so on, and the US corporation with all these Raytheon, right, silent weapons, that's all now under the law, right? It's a Galactic Codex, right? Divine intervention is from Cosmos. The cosmic guardians are here and kind of intervening, in a positive way, but the military has to be involved in it, because the Galactic Codex is here, divine justice, and we want peace, and enough is enough. Plus the negative ones, they already have ultimatums. So all the stuff should have stopped in 2000 or 2012, and we have 2025 now. We just started in 2025. So the end of 2024 for me, it was like we're just kind of ending, you know, yeah, ending their silent wars, and kind of very careful. We've been silenced here, so you know, also ending so-called the silence here, like that, on that negative structure. We're bringing everything to the light, and that's why so many people and nations experiencing maybe catastrophic things, and you know, all this death and destruction and dying. Those are the timelines from Atlantis, guys, like Aleister Crowley, right? And even Winston Churchill was visited by those Greys, by Zetas, by those aliens, by the Dracos, and he was kind of you know, told to implement that Nazism 4.0, and it started in 1930s. Okay, so I'm focusing in on that timeline, what happened, whether in beginning 1900s, especially here also in the United States. Okay, and then we have the World War I, World War II, right? And then they set up the DARPA, they set up all these corporations, right? Planetary corporation on Moon, Mars, and right, instead of helping humanity, right, the negative aliens, the controlling groups, they really were intense with their secrecy, you know, government, right, FBI, CIA, and the entire financial system, the underground military bases, all this secrecy, all this dark occult, right? Their so-called initiation, everything was increased, intensified, amplified, and so on, because so many of them didn't go along with the Guardian Ascension protocol, right? They didn't want a rehabilitation, but again, we are still bringing the rehabilitation protocol for them, for those negative aliens, for the Nazis, right? So just letting them know that the platform has been established for them. Those who are choosing healing, who are choosing ascension, who are choosing transformation, who are choosing peace. It's not going to be easy, because it's very complex operation, okay? And we're a multidimensional being. We're dealing with sound, light, frequency, vibration. We're dealing with our aura energy field that has been so weaponized. Now even the air, right, is weaponized through the fog and all these chemicals in the air, and the chemtrails and GMO food, right, for star seeds, right? We are multidimensional, and we have all these spiritual body layers, not only mental, emotional, like for humanity. Probably they're much more familiar with with emotions, like with words, with the mental kind of state. We're dealing with spiritual bodies that has been desecrated by those master raider races, by those native aliens. So for us, the healing, you know, but extremely complicated, but the technology is here. I mean, and I am the example that I'm still walking, talking, and teaching about these kind of things, because since January 2013, pretty much 12 years, I'm still walking alive. I'm kind of seeing the transformation in my body. Some of them is okay, some of them I can see how my body's being desecrated and really devastated and damaged. Even my DNA just kind of messed up, and now they were trying to, the negative ones, control me, because I was hooked to their internet, right? The Draco Federation. I was supposed to be the assassin, I was supposed to be the black magician, I was supposed to be, you know, working for DARPA, for those negative aliens, implementing the Nazism 4.0. I am a starseed. They gain a lot of power from starseed, from our DNA, from our chakras, from our energy field, from our also meridians, and from our brain, from our mind. Those are like the mastermind, right? Those scientists, especially in Germany. And then it came over here, including Werner von Braun, right? I very much connect to his lineage, to that family. That's the Nazi, you know, Pleiadian Anunnaki family. Actually, so many of them came here against their will. They didn't want to do that, and they were put in those positions. Not how people are, they think, oh, now he's the head of or CIA of NASA and so on. I feel energies, and this is my family. Also, I connect to that family that was killed in 1917, right, in Russia. Those are the Romanov family, actually, the Alexander, let me see, that was the second, okay. So lots of the Pleiadian Anunnaki royalty, they were actually murdered, and then their positions were overtaken by those master raider races, the fallen angelics, the fallen Pleiadians, and serving the Draco Federation. So again, this is, guys, kind of cosmic galactic history overview, what's been happening, transpiring, and how really God is God. Love conquers all. Law is the law, so we're implementing the law of one here again, and justice will be served. And so now you see how really, well, the consciousness expands, right? Now you see, like, you can see how, for me, it's a confirmation. When I focus on God, when I focus on healing, when I'm focusing also, I had to surrender many times, surrendering and just let go, let God, how God really plays a major role in my life, and in that ascension process, and helping me with that protocol, and with the healing project, okay, for DARPA, right, healing the Nazi, the Hydra, the kind of octopus faction, okay. So that's kind of been my confirmation, right? Even though we have the scalar energy and all kinds of things horrible happening, the sun is shining, we have the connection to the great central sun, the galactic cosmic portals, right? We can walk through the galactic gate to Andromeda. And for me, this is my family, cosmic spiritual family, helping that kind of bloodline, right? My soul group, who separated themselves from God, from source, who were part of that cataclysm in Atlantis, who chose not to who chose this kind of different experiment to be separated from God, from source, right? I represent the soul group, that part of soul group that I chose to be with God. I chose to practice my yoga, Ayurveda, instead of that Kabbalah, the black magic, and so on. So I am actually here helping my soul group to finally get out of that black hole, with their black hole technology, the black hole entity from Visa system. That's how dramatic it became. And I'm telling you, some of those who are identified maybe like killers and horrible energies, or they're put to death, like that certain individual, all these X-Men, all these interesting tattoos, right? Yeah, they're telling me taboo. Yeah, they just want taboo and so on. How those are highly deviant souls. They just were trained through thought adjuster, and through CCP Jabs, and through rape, and through the Sodomy, black magic, and through all this training and initiation, they were turned into digital avatars, into black magicians, instead of being ascended masters, being the militia, being the spiritual warriors, being the warriors in Christ. They were turned into like I said, those Luciferian Templars. And so I'm reading the energies, right? And they're split. That's how they need us to be in dichotomy, right? Good and bad and so on. So with the yoga, or with the there's the Falun, not Qigong, but Falun Gong. I think it's from China, right? So many of these who practice that Falun Gong in China, they were put in prison, they were tortured, and so on. How important to go into your heart, into your center, and start doing the inner work, transformational work, because only those who've done the inner work, transformational work, and are in a military sector, those will be activated greatly, right, from the from the Ashtar Galactic Command, the Galactic Command, and so on, to really make the change militarily. because you know the Dracos, the Alpha Draconis, they're so advanced on that military and high-tech level, right? Even the AI Aladdin, I mean, this is just unbelievable. All these robots, robotics, skeletonics, cybernetics, I experience it myself. I experience all this, you know, horrible ritualistic kind of black dark mess going on, you know, in a military MC, right? DARPA, you know, Marines and so on. So, and again, I talk things that I experienced on an astral plane, and through because we already came here, that we can ascend it, right? My highest self, or my cosmic self, was able to watch it, and I was, of course, I was helped a lot. I mean, also by the good Pleiadians or the Icturians and the Andromedans, right? But we watch how what they do to us. Those were the, you know, Nazi kind of Anunnaki background, and you know, we're the royalty who've been forced into breeding with those native aliens, right? What they've done, they, you know, make us like, oh, we own this world, like we're the cabal, we're the Illuminati, but they're destroying our diamond sun DNA, they're destroying our permanent seed atom, they're destroying our chakras, our aura energy field, and so on. So we know what was done, and now that's why we know how to heal it, how to correct everything, how to transform everything, how to bring everything right side up and make peace, you know, peace that passes all understanding. And again, so guys, this is very complex. This is for those who, you know, highly advanced souls, and yeah, this is for black magicians, for DARPA, for the fallen angelics, the fallen Pleiadians here, who were in those dark projects, right? Who were abused as children, right? Some of them, they're actually from the Hebrew lineages and merged with those negative aliens, right? Whether through all kinds of interesting, you know, bioweapons and forced breedings, rape, and so on, sodomy, and so on. So this is for the cabal, you know, so we have the project for them with the 12D Ascension Protocol and so on. So, and like I said, yeah, the Galactic, you know, project from the Ashtar Galactic Command, right? Like for the military, for the power elite, you know, for the DARPA, for the super soldiers, for the Marines, start understanding your true nature and start understanding the true power that comes from within. Not being a vampire and being satanic and sadistic and narcissistic and so on. It comes through compassionate witnessing. It comes through being loving, through being balanced, right? Understanding the dark and light. It's all within us here in this duality world that has been negatively polarized through AI. And it's also through following the virtues, ethics, and morals, like the Falun. That's the Falun, Falun Gong, right? And yoga, that's why implementing yoga in the military, implementing morals, ethics, virtues, you know, yoga philosophy, you know, martial art, and so on, and teaching of the ascended masters of that true nature, right? Of that great white brotherhood, Madame Blavatsky, right? Or Alice Bailey, and so on, instead of Aleister Crowley and this whole OTO, Ordo Templi Orientis, again, running reversals, all this Satanism, Luciferianism in those extremely high positions, and they were you know, torturing, raping, and abusing those guys who joined military. That's all going to divine justice under the law of one, is under Galactic Codex, right? Justice will be served, and it is what it is. So guys, check again those are the PDF files there, okay, on my website. I'll be going through all these things, you know, step by step. But like I said, things has been done. There's a victory of the light. There's no going back, you know, no stopping us from going back or, you know, running loops. I mean, there'll be, of course, people, that's why we are bifurcating, right? A trifurcation of consciousness. There'll be those who will be looping, you know, in that metaverse and in that the agenda of those negative aliens, in that low 4D and so on, ruled by 10D, 11D in reverse, okay? But you know, we're breaking through. There's a huge big breakthrough, whether the compression breakthrough and so on. So, and we're now building the potency, building the build the frequency vibration, right? So and more will be then visible who is really, you know, who really chose the positive timeline, the highest timeline of ascension. We're holding it here as the guardians. And you know, even though my cell group, it's represents the dark the dark side, we came here to kind of help them to get out of that mud, get out of that swamp. So drain the swamp, your aura, your energy field, right? Sound bath healing. So everything is on that Ascension Guardian protocol. And you know, it's this project on my website, yanakalai.com. So we have that. So there's a Galactic project, also healing the sexuality, very important, healing sexual misery, right? Programming, and all this Satanism, how the soul energy was captured, actually, how those guys were brutally abused, violated, how they were burned through all these directed energy weapons. Do you feel that what they do? Those who are starseeds, or people feel horrible ascension symptoms or nausea, they don't know what it is, or they may go to a doctor, they put them on medication. This is not the way to go. I mean, you know, you have to, well, you know, I mean, again, I'm not telling you what to do, but they are hurting us. So that's why choosing love, choosing self-care, choosing compassion, choosing forgiveness, choosing dieting, choosing fasting, choosing distilled water, choosing superfood, choosing organic fruits and vegetables here, choosing 12D, the 12D shielding, the unity vow, right? Understanding what is ascension, that we are going through ascension process, transition to the next octave is very important. Okay, to me, this is the way to go. This is how we overcome. And some of us, we are like the forerunners, like we're the first wave of ascension. We, you know, have to hold the ground, you know, and really be the column of light shining bright for everybody, right? Whether people are choosing, not choosing, it was like everybody's ascending. The thing is, it's all about stabilizing the energy, frequency, vibration in that 4D, right? The physical plane. You're taking care of your body. So physically we're ascending into the 4D. But those who won't be able to withstand the energy, the cosmic energy, right? Even though we are all ascending, they'll go back to that 3D Earth structure, right? And just kind of, you know, waiting for next time of ascension and kind of learning their lessons, or merging with AI, or merging with their clone, because the AI is so advanced. It's unbelievable. It's always been like the Star Wars, right? You can see the AI and so on. So, and the ETs, right? They just want to meet us at least halfway through raising our frequency vibration, because we can then connect to their AI that is already advanced. And we, the starseeds, I mean, the super soldiers, I mean, the galactic warriors who went through kind of so-called the DARPA training, how we were abused, violated, right? I am totally dependent on ETAI to walk in this body, and just to do the job, to do the work. So, and just but being positively polarized, right? This is the key. Taking care of yourself, love, compassion, forgiveness, surrendering to the divine, to surrendering to all that is, the surrender, and that ego needs to drop, right? The Emerald, well, we are bringing the Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant back, the Luciferian Covenant, right? That needs to drop. We are overriding the structure of those negative aliens, right? So, you know, there's nothing, because in the military, the guys, even though there's transhumanism, transgenderism, that agenda has been going on for a long time with the Agent Orange and all this experimentation, unethical, right, and so on. There is no time to like, oh my goodness, now you're weak because you're embracing the divine feminine. And via the embracing of the divine feminine, that's how those guys in the military are going to heal your divine masculine and be a true spiritual warrior, because we talk about the divine feminine, divine masculine. Both energies are within us, whether now I'm here in a physical female form or you're in a physical male form, you still have your feminine energies. That's the law of gender. Without those two energies, right, the magnetic electric field, you know, we would not be created here in this physical form, right? We need the DNA, RNA. This is how this universe was created, the 15-dimensional universal time matrix, right? 12 dimension plus 3, that's the threefold founder flame. That's the Emerald Order, Gold Order, Amethyst Order. This is the energy we work with in order to override the structure of those negative aliens, that we were invaded here by the Visa system, all these Visa Deck, Visa Drake, Omicrons, Necromitons, and so on. So, you know, this all needs to be addressed, and we're healing all that from extremely high places, dimensions, and not only of this galaxy and matrix, even from other galaxies. This is how complex this operation is here on planet Earth. And, you know, everything affects everything. So if you understand the law of one, the interconnectedness, and so on, the law of correspondence, right? So do you understand? So whatever we put out there, right, it has effect on others, and it has a ripple effect. So that's why now the law of one is implemented, in universal laws are implemented, and especially the law of cause and effect. If you study Buddhism, you know that that's what Buddhism teaches, how you treat others, right? That's, that the energy will come back to you. That's why implementing the golden rule is a must. You have to start, loving yourself, and through that love, you're taking care of yourself, and through that, you're helping others, whether your family, your neighbors, your children, people at work. And then we're dealing with the structures, and again, I'm dealing with the military, with DARPA, with the MC, right, with the Marines, with the black magicians, with the Nazi. That's dark occult, right? This whole black magic, this OTO, Ordre Templi Orient. This, I'm also dealing with the judicial structure, and the doctors there, and the scientists, right, the Nazi scientists, some of them, they were unfortunately bribed, and they had to come here, and then they invaded in the entire infrastructure. So many of them, they're actually of that Pleiadian lineages, and it was done against their will. They were bribed. They were blackmailed. So this is the energies, right? We work with energy. We're sound, light, frequency, vibration. We're multidimensional, guys. So it's really everybody's duty and responsibility to work on themselves. Like even the Ashtar Galactic Command, right? What they're suggesting is to really take care of yourself, simplify your life, simplify your food, go through your refrigerator, go through your closet, go through your garage, sweep your neighbor, sweep your room, or sweep your outside, your backyard, look at the tree, take a pause. Breath work, breathing is very important. So we're just not just the mind. We're just not the mind. We're energy. And okay, so the transforming the sexuality from that lunar forces, we're going into solar Christ consciousness, right? The Kundalini rising. So the Tantra, also I represent the yoga tradition, Tantric yogician, and so on, tradition. So that's this Christic spiral going upwards instead of in Sodomy, right? I show you the Sodomy, how everything was done backwards and downward, and how the microcosmic orbit, very important, guys, very important, right? Through exhalation, you drop down here, inhalation, right? You start rolling this energy, circling this energy up, because in the military, those guys, it's all were twisted, distorted, and through rape, right? The energy was backwards, it was in reverse, and that's how they became vampires and terrorists and satanists and luciferians and killers and murderers and psychopaths with fractured soul, compartmentalized mind, MK Ultra, Monarch, Montauk, right? So now we know what is happening, right? So you have to be very strong in your core. And guys, the blue color is extremely important, not the false light technology, that false blue and so on, right? But the blue is very healing. It's the Divine Mother, Holy Mother. We also heal, we deal with the 13th gate. That's the what is it, the plasma light, I understand, but the aqua ray frequencies of the Holy Mother, Divine Mother, right? For healing. Anyway, so this is, the 12D shielding, guys. 12D shielding, the unity vow, unity meditation, the ascension protocol, guys, in these very difficult times, right? For my soul group, right? For DARPA, for the black magician, the kind of the power elite, Cabal, Illuminati, right? Whether dark or light, or the whole SSP, the secret space program, all this taboo, highly advanced technology, guys, slowly and surely, right? We're giving them this platform for them to heal. Of course, those who are choosing the healing, rehabilitation, right? At least partial ascension. And those who are, of course, not choosing, if they drop their body, they still have a chance. They'll be asked whether they want to be rehabilitated. This is how God is compassionate, right? The energies of Kuan Yin, guys. This is the energies that we are bringing here, right? With the cosmic gamma ray frequencies, also with the rainbow plasma. I can see the rainbow plasma, the cosmic energies. We're here helping you with healing, with transformation, right? Get out of that black magic, become a true divine spiritual warrior or white magician or mystic, right? Even Yeshua the 12, there are 3 Yeshuas, 3 Jesuses, right? So the one that people read in the Bible, that's number 2. He was 9D. The 12D, right? He was total perfection here. He did the star activation back then, more than 2,000 years ago, and he ascended through the Giza portal, right? Giza, Stargate here, Egypt, right? The chambers of king and queen and so on. So that the ancient knowledge through the Galactic Codex, right? That's what we're talking about, all these healing communities, you know, with ETs, with their highly advanced technology, right? For consciousness expansion of Techian technology. This is, to me, this is my platform that I'm building. And I know it's maybe difficult, it's kind of a little bit scattered, but slowly and surely, because it's multidimensional. This is galactic project here on Earth that is ascending, right? And so, you know, and I still have to go to work, right? I've been actually working a little bit more. I have to, because, you know, I have to pay my room, and of course my car is getting older and older. So I don't know if I'll be able to, you know, take a loan from bank, right? So I have to be human here with humanity, doing this little, you know, whether a little bit of taxes, a little bit of money, and, you know, kind of dragging myself around, doing a little bit of shopping and just being here with people. But we do cosmic work, guys. We do cosmic galactic work, because we've been infiltrated, invaded by AI, by those native aliens with their highly advanced technologies, damaging this planet, damaging the solar system, even this galaxy, damaging the human DNA, damaging our mind, or, you know, they were playing or actually controlling our mind through all these psyops, men in black, and so on, right? And they were just destroying the angelic divine luminous rays, and even destroying this planet Earth. And that's why we are here. You know, we heard the call from Mother Earth, right? And Mother Earth, she also had enough, you know. So those who are of that common sense, who finally who are really awakening to their true divine essence, we know that it's time to rise, time to stand up. Time, you know, it's right. Feel our power. Power comes from within. That's why it's the plan B ascension, ascension, inner hub. The inner work is a must. Those who are working inwardly will be activated to be the forerunners of the new Earth, right? And for me, the understanding the agenda of those native aliens is a must, because I represent the structure, part of that soul group, right? Who chose not to be connected to God, to Source, who were part of that cataclysm in Atlantis, right? And part of that Luciferian covenant, right? Those are highly advanced souls, but unfortunately, you know, they chose to have this whole black magic, Nazi occult kind of experimentations, including Adolf Hitler and, you know, others, and so on. So, and yeah, all this Eva Braun, and so this is kind of, we're here. We're the column of line for everybody. But like I said, like, we're all ascending, but then the individual ascension, right? Individual ascension, the responsibility, the accountability, right? Choosing the golden rule, guys. This is going to be then visualized. This is going to be the end result, because we are frequency vibration, right? It's all about going to be frequency vibration. Or whether, you know, you're of that black sun operation, black ops, whether you're a Nazi, you're a Drake, or you're an Anunnaki, or the fallen Pleiadian, or, you know, you abuse the power in the entire infrastructure and so on. You know, so many of these individuals, like I said, they were forced to that, they were blackmailed, they were bribed. When they got into that, right, they wanted to escape. Like even Prince, look what happened to Prince when he started writing his diary, right? What was done to him, so-called heart attack. Wow, through these directed energy weapons, magic bullet, right? All this taboo, guys. Their technology, the DARPA, CCP, Hydra, China, US corporations, right? And I'm sure even like Russia and so on, but, you know, I focus on those two. China, because I'm in the United States, this is what I focus on. And the Nazi, right? The Nazi, their technology is so highly advanced, but really nothing but the love for God, right? Loving God unconditionally, the love of the love or the power of your soul, the power of love, right? And then you have the divine spark within that sacred chamber of the heart. This is what we need to hold on to, because not even the black magic, not even their highly advanced technology and their AI Aladdin software cannot overcome the divinity that is within us, right? And the love that we have for Christ, for God, for Holy Mother, Divine Mother, nobody can really take that. But I understand those, you know, who are the starseeds, and you know, we were so targeted. They were targeting our DNA, targeting the God code, the gene code in our DNA. They poisoned us, they raped us, they molested us, and so on. I understand the pain and suffering, and how those guys then were drafted into those dark projects and committing horrible crimes, right? I am building the platform. I represent the healing containers for those, who want to go back to Christ, to go back to God, to source. Those are also the Pleiadian souls and souls from Tara, 5D Earth. So we are here for you. And there's this ascension timeline that we are securing here on Earth, right? This planet that is ascending physically. We're already, I would say, in 45D, right? So welcome to those higher dimensions, right? And know that all is well. I'll talk to you next time. Many blessings and namaste and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.